What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 2. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And excuse my voice, your boy done caught a sore throat, but you already know I had to get this recap out there for you guys, and you already know I'm going to continue to try to give you guys this content this weekend. But I had to talk about this episode. A lot happened. The trend continues. A body always gets dropped off in episode 2, especially in the Raising Kanan spinoff. Now, you guys let me know who y'all thought the MVP was, because I'm going to tell you right now, your boy Marvin, he was the MVP of the episode. I mean, this dude completed a crazy mission, y'all. And as I told you guys last night, we smoking on that Sal Bocelli pack. Last week was Detective Burke. This week is Sal Bocelli. The crazy thing about this is the whole issue with Sal, it really came from Marvin getting that hit put on, Tony Deep Throat last season by using Sal Bocelli's son. And that big shootout was because of Marco screwed up the job with his partner. But all these major issues as far as the war, I know Marvin felt some type of way about it because Miss Renee could still be here. I know he's like, man, if I would have just, figured something else out as far as taking out Tony Deep Throat, or maybe not even messing with her at all, if I would have just left that alone, things would have played out completely different. But we're here now. It's crazy how they tied it all back to Marvin, with Marvin completing the job and, getting rid of Sal Bocelli, who wanted him dead in the first place because of what happened with his son. But it is what it is. But let's hop right into this recap. What did we see in episode 2 titled Flip Mode? Now the episode starts out with Unique and Rock, and they kicking it again, y'all. He was probably about to clap those cheeks, but we know the Mafia, they decided to show up. Now it was crazy because Unique was talking about taking off his belt and getting at Kanan. I mean, Kanan, technically right now, Unique, he your stepdaddy, man. So go ahead and show that man some respect. But we know they was eating ice cream. The Mafia popped up to the party and got him up out of there because Stefano, he wanted to have a conversation with Rock about what happened last season, which I knew he would be upset about everything with her and Sal Bocelli. But your boy Unique, he didn't give a damn at all. Stefano was telling him to give him a nickname. He wasn't really going for it. And then he finally gave him a nickname, had me cracking up. But Unique didn't give a damn at all. He showed no fear. Now, of course, Stefano, he wants Rock to take out Sal Bocelli. He ain't really liking the stuff that Sal has brought there. It's pissed him off. And he tells Rock, you need to do this or I'm going to take you out, because Rock is telling him she's out the game and she's not going to shoot herself out of any issues anymore. But once Stefano said, I'm going to take out your entire family if you don't do this, Rock told him to keep talking because now she ain't got no choice. And we know she's going to go to Marvin to get the job done later on in the episode. Now, we get to your boy Lulu, y'all. He was drunk. He was, pissed off at old boy because the drinks got spilled. That's because your boy Lulu was too damn drunk to realize he was the one that did it. Marvin is trying to calm him down, be the voice of reasoning, and not have any more issues. Now, while all this is happening, we see these two guys. They're staring at Marvin. And I'm thinking like, man, these guys gotta be the feds. That's what I'm thinking. Marvin goes into the bathroom. He got the strap on him just in case something pops off. But apparently, these two guys, all they want is drugs. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I was a Marvin, I would have never gave them anything because it's kind of hot right now. But we're going to see where this storyline develops. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. But Marvin did play it off real good. I just believe that the feds, they watching everybody's moves, but that's just me. Now, Jukebox, she shows up to Detective Burke's funeral. I knew she was going to show her some respect, but you can tell she was pissed off at Detective Howard. She already warned Burke about people in the department that's coming for her, but you can tell she was upset and she's tired of all the different things that's going on. And it pretty much motivated her to most likely apply for the military. Now, we get to Detective Howard. He's giving a great speech. He's telling the truth about Detective Burke. But of course, we know her pops, he is there. He's believing everything. He's like, man, yeah, Howard was a good partner. I mean, look at the guy. He's loving it. But I'm going to tell you right now, Adina, she was pissed off. She's like, look, I know you had something to do with this. I don't believe anything they talking about as far as Burke taking out herself. And the sad thing is, no one will listen to anything she has to say about Burke. Now we get to Rock and Marvin. Of course, Marvin talks about Juliana and, a re-up and doing business. But Rock is like, look, I'm out the game. I'm not doing anything with them. She also tells Marvin that she needs him to take out Sal Boselli. He cannot slip up. He cannot miss, right? And you can tell deep down inside that Marvin, he don't really want to do this, right? Because we know she usually gets Lulu to get the job done. He is usually the shooter. But to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of glad that Marvin did it because these problems with Sal Boselli, as I told you guys earlier, even though Marco was a grown man and he slipped up, I know Marvin feels like he was the one to help cause some of the issues, right? And all of this probably could have been prevented if Marvin wasn't eager to take out Tony Deep Throat, which I don't blame you, man. She was a straight up snitch. Now we get to Jukebox. She's applying for the military, but of course she had to take all these tests before she's even able to be approved. And she ain't feeling it. She's like, man, why do I got to do all these tests? Y'all need me. Like, what's going on? But it goes to show you that Jukebox's mentality is changing and she wants to do something different besides music. Now, Dina, she goes to Detective Burke's father, trying to talk to him about Burke. He ain't trying to hear it. He ain't trying to hear anything she's talking about. He is blaming her for all the issues that, Detective Burke went through. I mean, her father act like he don't even want to know the truth. It's like if he knew what the truth was, he wouldn't even believe it, to be honest with you guys. I mean, she's pissed off. She understands that Detective Howard most likely did this, and she looks back and she can see him looking at her. As I told you guys last night, he was giving her that Bishop from Juice stare, the same stare that Bishop gave Q, a.k.a. Omar Epps, in Juice. I mean, this is the exact same stare, letting her know, like, look, I did this and ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Now, we get to Paul. He has taken Palomar and Corinne's old apartment, and he's running a business, a carrier business. And Kanan and the Famous, they see it, and they're wondering if they should work for the guy. But apparently, they don't want to do that because they're not paying enough. But Kane is going to take this opportunity to see if Paul is going to allow him to move weight through this business model later on in the episode. Now, we get to Nicole's Pops and Marvin. They kicking it, drinking beers, having a good old time. Jukebox pops up, she's surprised, and he tells her, like, look, I found out about this audition from one of my friends. It's a female R&B group getting made, and maybe you should, apply. You can audition and you can make it. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to give her this information because he believed Nicole would have wanted him to do it. Now, of course, Jukebox tells him she's done with music, and that's it. But y'all know she gonna, audition. She gonna be good. But Marvin was like, man, really? Like, you done with music? Like, ain't no way. Now, the feds, they pop up to Sal Boselli's spot. And regardless if you like Sal or not, I gotta give him his respects because he said, you know what? I'm not giving y'all anything. I'm not working with y'all. I don't care. They told him it's a hit out on him, and it's coming very, very soon. Instead of saying, look, I'm going to work with you guys, he said, you know what? Forget it. If they going to get me, they going to get me. This is the life that I signed up for. And he went out on his shield. So that's a true OG. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, they would have gave the feds all types of information in order to be protected. But Sal Boselli said, screw all that. Now, we get to Ronnie. This man is flat out crazy. He's probably been ironing them same pants for probably about an hour, y'all. Now, Unique's baby mom tell him, look, I'm scared. This dude crazy as hell. He's up here watching TV in the dark. The TV ain't even on. I mean, come on. This dude in some Twilight Zone stuff, y'all. I told you. He's on, some above the rim, outside playing basketball with no ball at night type stuff. He crazy as hell, y'all. I mean, she said she's scared. Hell, I'm scared too. This man is playing this role entirely too well. Unique tells her, look, don't worry about it. It's going to be all right or whatever. Ain't nothing going to happen. He going to take care of it. But man, you better watch him. This dude moving completely different. I told y'all he need a mental health evaluation. They need to test this dude, y'all, because it's just a matter of time before he snaps, crackles, and pops somebody. But of course, people are saying they think he's Breeze. Once again, y'all leave y'all theories down below on if y'all think this man is Breeze. We gonna see. I don't think so. Now, Rock, she pops up on Kanan. She got him a new car. Everything is going well. At least that's what she thinks. Now, Kanan, he brings up Detective Burke, and he's like, man, so they saying she took herself out. We know Kanan don't believe that. He know what time it is. He already know most likely his pops did it, or maybe even Rock. He knows she didn't do it. And of course Rock is talking about, yeah, just like Scrappy. And Kanan is like, really? Because deep down inside, Kanan knows the truth about that as well. He is just waiting for Rock to tell him the truth. But once she goes along with the lie, he said, you know what? I'm getting up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll drive my own car. I'm good. So Rock, once again, pisses him off. In order to fix all of this, she got to start telling the truth. As of right now, your girl Rock, she ain't doing it. Now, we get to Detective Howard, and we get to a new character. His name is Ogden, and apparently it's a new task force coming in because it's dead Italians. We know all the stuff that's going on, and that means the feds, they watching. So Howard, he really has to be on his P's and Q's. We know eventually he's going to let Rock know that the feds, they watching, and they have to make sure they don't make any more mistakes. I mean, Howard, he already has to cover up this whole Detective Burke thing, so he can't really afford to make any more mistakes. Him and Rock, and also Kanan. Now, we get to your boy Unique, and hey, he said, you know what? I'm going to go to Stefano myself and have a conversation with him, one-on-one. And he's talking about wanting to do business with him. Stefano tells him, like, look, in order for that to happen, there's other partners that he has to talk to first in order to, to get the thumbs up. So Unique, he ain't playing around. He is trying to make some major moves with or without Rock. But we already know she ain't done with the game. Now, we get to Kanan. He's out kicking it on the block. All of a sudden, Detective Howard, he rolls up, watching him, trying to check him out and see if he's out there doing something stupid. You already know Howard, he's trying to make sure nobody slips up. So he's going to continue to watch Kanan. I can't wait for them to have another conversation about this new task force and what they all need to be doing. Now, Sabo Selly is having a very emotional conversation with his wife. And it's probably going to be the last conversation, I guess very serious conversation, that he's going to have. They're talking about Marco, their grandchild or whatever. And Sal, he tells his wife, like, look, it's nothing to worry about because she did ask about the feds. He says, look, they've been doing the same stuff they're going to do, just asking questions. I'm not giving them anything. Deep down inside, he know what time it is. He knows his days is numbered. Y'all talking about Marco and what Marco would have wanted. Well, you're going to see him real soon. You're going to see him real soon because Marvin, he got a special delivery for you. Now, we get to your girl Rock. She's having a conversation with Juliana and Joaquin. They believe she got a new supplier. She tells them, look, she's out the game. She ain't trying to do no business at all. Now, Juliana, she doesn't believe it. And, Rock tells her, look, I know what you're talking about because she was running her mouth speaking in Spanish. They was kind of surprised that Rock knows how to speak Spanish. And Rock tells them the next time that she pops up or she sees them, it ain't going to be pretty or whatever. And we know Juliana was talking about we're not done with her yet or whatever. Joaquin tells her, you need to be worried about her being done with you. He knows what time it is. He knows that he's made a mistake, and it's just a matter of time before Rock strikes back. I mean, Juliana, you're out of your weight class. Do we have to go back to season 1? I mean, you wasn't looking real good. Rock, she saved you. So now all of a sudden you think you the big bad wolf. I mean, Juliana, you can dish it out, but we all know you definitely can't take it. Now, we get to your boy Ronnie, Unique. They're going to the club. Now, the security guard up front is not trying to let Ronnie in because of the dress code. Now, he was being very disrespectful. Luckily, Unique, he came in and said, look, he's with me. He good. He just got out. Now, this dude had the nerve to say, convict. He called him a convict, y'all, and told him he needs to catch up with the speed or whatever, the fashion and stuff like that. Your boy Ronnie, he stopped and looked. Look at him, y'all. He crazy as hell. This man wanted to snap this dude's neck from the looks of it. And it's just a matter of time before he does it. I mean, he was at the club. He couldn't even focus on the females there. I mean, Unique had the females all up in there dancing all up on him. This dude can't focus. All he's looking at is that damn guard, and he wants to get at him. I definitely cannot wait to see episode 3 to see exactly what Ronnie has planned. I mean, he's probably thinking of every single thing that he's going to do to him, how he's going to catch him slipping. As I told you guys, look at his face. Does this look like a guy that you want to mess around with? He needs a mental health evaluation. Now, we get to your boy Marvin, and then now it's time for him to complete his Grand Theft Auto mission. I mean, he jumps this fence. A dog pops up. Marvin ended up giving the dog that Slim Jim that he was eating earlier on in the episode, I mean, that helped him a lot. He was able to steal this mail truck, and part one of this mission was complete. And that was without Lulu's help, right? Now, we get to Kanan. He's having a conversation with Paul. He is talking about, using his carriers to push weight, and he's telling him the percentage that he's going to give him in order to make all of this happen. Now, Paul's like, look, I got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I just want to do this. But we know Kanan is telling him, well, there's other people out there with bikes. He can go to somebody else if Paul does not want to agree. But eventually, we know Paul most likely is going to accept the terms. Now, we get to Lulu. He is drunk. I mean, this dude, he ain't looking good this season, y'all. It's looking real bad for Lulu. Jukebox comes over there. She tells him about the whole audition thing with the, the girls group. He tells her she's going to win, so he's going to help her prepare for what's to come. But man, hopefully he does not screw her over like he did before. She even mentioned this, and he told her, don't worry about it. Now, we get to the captain, and we know Adina, she's trying to go to him and talk about Detective Burke. He ain't trying to hear it. He's like, look, don't mention her name at all. Just stay off of it. So once again, she's not able to talk about Burke, but I'm pretty sure she's not going to give up. She knows Howard did this, and most likely she's going to continue to press the attack. Now, we get to the end of the episode. Marvin, now it's time to complete part 2 of the mission. He got the whole outfit on. He is ready to get the job done. Sal Boselli is having the last moments that he's going to have with his family, his grandson. I mean, it ain't looking too good. But at first, it really did seem like Marvin was not going to be able to do this. But I was like, man, the way that they was, building up the episode, the conversations that Sal was having with his, his wife, you knew his days, his time, it was pretty much up in this episode. Marvin decides to take a different route. He got Demo with him. Demo, hey, you been looking out for your boy Marvin because we know what happened back in season 2, but luckily everything played out in the right way because of who? Miss Renee and her techniques for your boy Marvin. Now, as Sal Boselli is coming down the stairs, your boy Marvin, he got that special delivery for him. He didn't even see it coming, but he knew eventually his time would come. And Marvin does not hesitate at all. He lands the shot on Sal Boselli. He drops. His wife, she's screaming. It ain't looking too good. It is kind of sad for Sal, but as I told you guys, this is the life that he signed up for. Now, Marvin is able to get up out of there. He didn't get hit at all, which is a good thing. And we know Demo ended up getting him up out of there. But as I told you guys, Marvin was definitely the MVP of the episode. I mean, he handled Sal Boselli. I mean, I know he didn't really want to do it, but Marvin, he needed to be the one to do it because the issues really popped off because of the whole Marco thing. And we know what happened to, Tony Deep. That was all because of Marvin wanted to get her up out of here. And I know it eats him up like, man, all I had to do was just find out a different way to take her out or just leave it alone. And maybe all of this would have been different. But we know Sal Boselli, he wanted Marvin gone. After he found out what happened and that Marvin hired Marco, he wanted him gone. He didn't give a damn if his son was a grown man or not and made his own mistakes. He felt like Marvin should go. So as I told you guys, it's only right that Marvin finish what, he started, at least part of what he started. I'm not going to put all the blame on your boy Marvin for that. That dude was a grown-ass man. But your girl Rock, she was getting her hair done at the end of the episode. She's retired right now. It's like Michael Jordan in the 90s, that first retirement. And she's thinking like, man, should I come back? They want me to come back. The people are talking about, you need to come back. Well, we know, Rock, it's just a matter of time before she does come back. And when she does, it's going to be hell to pay. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Now, I want you guys, leave your theories, predictions, leave it all down below. Let me know exactly what did you think about episode 2. Once again, another banger. The trend continues. Another body gets dropped off. As I told you guys, sorry for my voice. Caught that sore throat, but I had to get this recap out there to you guys. I had to get this content out no matter what. But I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I will catch you on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.